What if I told you that 2025 could be the year everything changes for you? That there's a way to break free from the chaos of expectations and find a life of peace, power, and purpose. This isn't about following the crowd. It's not about being what society expects of you. Today we're talking about the growing rise of Sigma females, women who quietly rewrite the rules, who choose independence over conformity, and who thrive by being true to themselves. And here's the real question. Could stepping into this identity transform your life in ways you never imagined? Stay with me as we explore why becoming a Sigma female might just be the key to unlocking your best self in 2025. Let's start with this. What exactly is a Sigma female? A Sigma female is a woman who defies labels and expectations. She doesn't need to announce her presence to be noticed, but she's far from invisible. Her strength lies in her quiet confidence and her unwavering commitment to living life on her own terms. Sigma females prioritize independence, but it's important to understand that this doesn't mean cutting themselves off from others. Instead, they carefully choose their relationships, seeking depth and authenticity rather than surface-level connections. They aren't interested in the games or pretenses that often define social interactions. For them, it's about meaningful bonds, not fitting into a mold. What truly sets a Sigma female apart is her ability to embrace her individuality in a world that constantly tells women to conform. Society often pressures women to look, act, and think in specific ways, to fit into roles that are predefined and sometimes limiting. The Sigma female rejects this narrative. She understands that her value isn't tied to anyone else's approval or expectations. She's not interested in chasing trends or following the crowd. Instead, she's guided by her inner compass, her values, and her sense of purpose. This doesn't mean she's rebellious for the sake of it. She's not trying to stand out to seek attention, but because she knows her worth and is determined to honor it. In essence, the Sigma female is a reminder that true power lies in being yourself. She's proof that you don't need to be loud to make an impact, and you don't need to conform to find fulfillment. By embracing who she truly is, she becomes a source of inspiration for others to do the same. Think about this for a moment. How often do you feel pressured to conform, to fit into roles or expectations that don't align with who you really are? Whether it's in your career, relationships, appearance, or even the way you express yourself, it feels like society always has a checklist for you. Be confident, but not too confident. Be ambitious, but don't forget to be likable. Be yourself, but only if yourself fits into a neat little box that everyone else approves of. It's exhausting, isn't it? This constant pressure to conform can weigh on you, leaving you feeling like you're living someone else's life instead of your own. You start to wonder if there's something wrong with you because you don't want the same things everyone else seems to want. Maybe you crave more independence or need more space to think, dream, and grow. Or perhaps you just want to stop pretending to be someone you're not, to finally let go of the masks you wear, just to make others comfortable. Now imagine, just for a moment, what it would feel like to step away from all of that. Imagine living a life where you don't have to apologize for being different or explain your choices to anyone. Imagine waking up every day and knowing that the decisions you make are your own, not influenced by trends, peer pressure, or societal expectations. Imagine the freedom of being able to define your success, your happiness, and your purpose completely on your terms. How does that thought resonate with you? There's something profoundly liberating about the idea of not needing anyone else's approval to feel whole. That's what the Sigma mindset is all about. It's about choosing to step off the treadmill of constant comparison and competition and deciding instead to focus on what truly matters to you. It's not about being selfish or shutting out the world. It's about being intentional and true to yourself. For many, this shift can be a game changer. It means learning to say no to things that don't serve you. It means being okay with walking away from situations, relationships, or even jobs that drain your energy or don't align with your values. It's about setting boundaries, not to isolate yourself, but to protect your peace and make room for the things that genuinely bring you joy and fulfillment. Think about your own life for a moment. Are there places where you feel like you're constantly bending yourself to fit someone else's idea of who you should be? Maybe it's in your friendships, where you feel pressure to be the fun one or the always there person, even when you're exhausted. Maybe it's at work, where you feel like you have to overperform to be taken seriously. Or maybe it's in your personal goals, where you feel like you're chasing things because they look good on paper, not because they genuinely light you up inside. What if you gave yourself permission to stop, to take a step back and ask yourself, what do I actually want? What do I value? What makes me happy? The Sigma mindset isn't about rejecting the world or being a loner. It's about finding your balance, your center, in a way that honors who you truly are. It's about realizing that you can be deeply connected to others without losing yourself in the process. And here's the beautiful part. When you start living this way, you give others permission to do the same. When you prioritize authenticity over perfection, you inspire those around you to do the same. You become a source of quiet strength and encouragement, showing that it's possible to live a life that's both meaningful and deeply personal. But this isn't always easy. Let's be real. Stepping away from societal expectations takes courage. It can feel lonely at times because not everyone will understand your choices. Some people might criticize you or try to pull you back into the box they're used to seeing you in. That's normal. What matters is how you respond. Instead of reacting with frustration or anger, you can simply hold your ground. You don't have to prove yourself to anyone. The Sigma mindset isn't about shouting your truth from the rooftops. It's about living it, quietly and confidently, every single day. And when you do, you'll notice a shift. You'll find that the right people, those who truly support and understand you, will start to gravitate toward you. You'll build deeper, more meaningful connections because you're no longer pretending to be someone you're not. So, how does that thought resonate with you? Does the idea of stepping into this kind of freedom speak to you? What part of the Sigma mindset feels most inspiring or relevant to your life right now? Take a moment to reflect and share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. What resonates, what challenges you, and what you're ready to embrace. And don't forget, this is just the beginning. There's so much more to explore when it comes to stepping into the Sigma lifestyle. If this idea has sparked something inside you, stay with me, because the next part of this journey will dive even deeper into how you can embrace this transformation and start living the life you truly deserve. Remember, this isn't about becoming someone new. It's about becoming more of who you already are. Let's take a moment to acknowledge the reality of what women face today. Society has set an almost impossible standard. Women are expected to excel in every area of life, professionally, personally, emotionally, and they're supposed to do it all without breaking a sweat. You've probably felt it yourself, the subtle and sometimes not so subtle expectations to be perfect in every role you play. In your career, you're supposed to be successful, climbing the corporate ladder, building a business, or excelling in your chosen field. But at the same time, you're expected to be approachable, kind, and accommodating. You're told to be bold and assertive, but not so much that you make people uncomfortable. It doesn't stop there. At home, the pressure continues. Society whispers that you should be the perfect partner, the ideal friend, and the nurturing caregiver. You should maintain a social life, keep your home Pinterest-worthy, and of course take care of yourself, because self-care is now another item on the endless to-do list. And through it all, you're expected to make it look effortless, smile through the stress, stay calm under pressure, and never let anyone see you sweat. It's exhausting, isn't it? The truth is, these expectations are overwhelming. They pull women in 1,000 different directions, leaving them feeling stretched thin, burned out, and disconnected from their own needs. The weight of trying to do it all and be it all can be suffocating, and for many women, it leads to a lingering sense of failure, even when they're accomplishing so much. But here's where the Sigma female mindset offers something radically different. Sigma females don't play by these rules. They refuse to live under the weight of society's impossible standards, not because they don't care, but because they've realized something important. Trying to meet everyone else's expectations will only drain you. It will pull you away from the life you truly want and the person you're meant to be. So instead of trying to do more or be more to fit into someone else's mold, Sigma females focus inward. They ask themselves, what truly matters to me? What are my values, my priorities, my goals? And they let those answers guide their choices. This doesn't mean Sigma females ignore their responsibilities or the realities of life. They still work hard, pursue their dreams, and care deeply about the people in their lives. But they approach these things differently. They focus on what's meaningful and let go of what doesn't matter. One of the most powerful things a Sigma female does is redefine success. For so long, society has tried to tell women what success should look like: a high-powered career, a picture-perfect family, a flawless appearance. But Sigma females know that success isn't one size fits all. To a Sigma female, success might mean something completely different. It might mean having the freedom to pursue a passion, even if it doesn't come with a six-figure salary. It might mean cultivating deep, authentic relationships instead of a large social circle. It might mean living a quiet, peaceful life instead of striving for constant achievement. By redefining success, Sigma females free themselves from the pressure to measure up to society's standards. They give themselves permission to pursue what truly brings them joy and fulfillment, rather than chasing goals that don't align with their values. Sigma females are also intentional about where they direct their energy. They understand that they can't do everything, so they focus on what's most important to them. This might mean setting boundaries to protect their time and energy. It might mean saying no to opportunities or relationships that don't align with their priorities. This isn't always easy. Women are often taught to be people pleasers, to say yes to everything and everyone. But Sigma females know that spreading themselves too thin only leads to burnout. They recognize that they have a finite amount of energy, and they choose to invest it in the things that matter most. For example, a Sigma female might choose to focus on a career that aligns with her passions, even if it means turning down a higher-paying job that doesn't excite her. Or she might decide to spend more time with her family and less time maintaining a busy social calendar. Whatever her priorities are, she commits to them fully and unapologetically. Another key trait of Sigma females is their ability to protect their energy. They understand that not every fight is worth fighting, not every opinion is worth entertaining, and not every demand on their time is worth fulfilling. This doesn't mean Sigma females are selfish or unkind. In fact, they often care deeply about the people around them. But they've learned the importance of self-preservation. They know that they can't pour from an empty cup, and they're not afraid to prioritize their well-being. For instance, a Sigma female might choose to step back from toxic relationships that drain her energy. She might decide to take a break from social media if it's making her feel overwhelmed or inadequate. She might carve out time for rest and self-care, even if it means saying no to other commitments. This ability to protect their energy allows Sigma females to show up fully for the things and people that truly matter to them. It gives them the strength to face challenges and pursue their goals without feeling constantly depleted. Of course, Sigma females aren't immune to the challenges and pressures that all women face. They still encounter societal expectations, criticism, and setbacks. But what sets them apart is how they respond to these challenges. Sigma females face obstacles head-on, but they don't let them define or derail them. Instead of trying to meet every demand or prove themselves to everyone, they focus on staying true to themselves. They approach challenges with a sense of calm and confidence, knowing that they don't have to have all the answers right away. For example, if a Sigma female faces criticism for her choices, she doesn't waste energy trying to convince others to understand her. She knows that not everyone will agree with her path, and she's okay with that. She stays focused on what's right for her, trusting that her decisions will lead her to where she needs to be. Ultimately, the Sigma mindset offers something that so many women long for: freedom. The freedom to live authentically, to define success on their terms, and to pursue a life that feels meaningful and fulfilling. This freedom doesn't come from rejecting responsibilities or shutting out the world. It comes from being intentional, from knowing what matters most and letting go of what doesn't. It comes from having the courage to step away from society's expectations and create a life that's uniquely your own. And here's the beautiful part: when you embrace the Sigma mindset, you don't just transform your own life. You become a source of inspiration for others. You show the women around you that it's possible to break free from the pressure, to live authentically, and to find happiness on your terms. So if you're feeling exhausted by the constant demands of life, take a moment to ask yourself, what really matters to me? What am I holding on to that I can let go of? Remember, you don't have to do it all or be it all to be enough. By focusing inward, prioritizing what's meaningful, and protecting your energy, you can create a life that feels deeply fulfilling. That's the power of the Sigma mindset, and it's something every woman deserves to embrace. So why is 2025 the year to step into this identity? Because the world is changing rapidly. The way we live, work, connect, and even think about success is shifting. And in this new reality, being self-reliant, adaptable, and emotionally intelligent isn't just an advantage, it's essential. For years, society has placed value on following the crowd, fitting in and conforming to certain norms. But that approach no longer works in a world where uncertainty and change are constants. The old paths to success, whether it's climbing a corporate ladder, maintaining a picture-perfect life, or achieving predefined milestones, are no longer the only paths. In fact, for many, they've become limiting. This is why the Sigma female mindset is more relevant than ever. Sigma females thrive in the face of change because they are wired to adapt, think for themselves, and carve their own paths. They aren't afraid to stand alone if it means staying true to who they are. Let's break down why 2025, in particular, is the perfect year to embrace this mindset, and how stepping into the Sigma identity can transform your life. The last few years have taught us a lot about unpredictability. From shifts in the global economy to the rise of remote work and digital entrepreneurship, the world has moved away from rigid structures toward a more fluid, dynamic way of living. In this new landscape, being self-reliant isn't just a nice quality, it's a necessity. Sigma females excel here because they don't depend on others for validation, direction, or motivation. They're comfortable making decisions on their own, trusting their instincts, and taking responsibility for their choices. Imagine being able to navigate life with confidence, even when the path ahead is unclear. That's what stepping into the Sigma mindset offers. It's about cultivating inner strength and resilience so that no matter what changes come your way, you know you can handle them. In 2025, the opportunities for those who think independently are endless. Whether it's starting a side hustle, pursuing a passion project, or simply redefining what success looks like for you, the Sigma mindset gives you the tools to take control of your future. The pace of change isn't slowing down, it's speeding up. Technology is advancing, industries are evolving, and the way we connect with one another is transforming. To thrive in 2025, you need to be adaptable, open-minded, and willing to step outside of your comfort zone. Sigma females are naturally adaptable because they don't cling to rigid rules or expectations. They understand that life isn't a straight line, and they're okay with taking detours or trying new approaches. For example, if a Sigma female finds herself in a job that no longer fulfills her, she's not afraid to pivot. She might explore new career paths, learn a new skill, or even start her own business. She doesn't see change as a threat. It's an opportunity to grow and evolve. Think about your own life. Are there areas where you've been resisting change because it feels uncomfortable or uncertain? What if, instead of fearing it, you embraced it? Stepping into the Sigma mindset allows you to approach change with curiosity and confidence, knowing that you have the inner resources to adapt and succeed. In a world filled with noise, social media, endless opinions, and constant demands on your time, emotional intelligence is your superpower. The ability to understand and manage your emotions, navigate relationships, and maintain your inner peace is priceless. Sigma females excel in this area because they prioritize self-awareness and emotional health. They don't let external chaos dictate their inner state. Instead, they take the time to reflect, process their feelings, and make intentional choices. For instance, a Sigma female knows when to step back from a toxic situation. She knows how to set boundaries, not as a way to push people away, but as a way to protect her energy and focus on what matters most. In 2025, emotional intelligence will be more important than ever. As the world becomes more interconnected and fast-paced, the ability to stay grounded, empathetic, and emotionally resilient will set you apart. Embracing the Sigma mindset helps you cultivate these qualities, allowing you to build healthier relationships and a stronger sense of self. One of the defining traits of a Sigma female is her ability to say no. In a world that constantly demands more time, more energy, more attention, this is a powerful skill. Saying no isn't about being selfish or uncooperative. It's about knowing your limits, valuing your priorities, and refusing to overextend yourself for the sake of pleasing others. Sigma females understand that their time and energy are finite resources, and they choose to invest them wisely. In 2025, as life continues to pull us in countless directions, the ability to say no will be a game changer. It will allow you to focus on what truly matters, whether that's your personal growth, your relationships, or your dreams. Think about how often you've said yes to things that didn't serve you, whether it was taking on extra work, agreeing to plans you didn't want to attend, or staying in situations that drained you. Now imagine what your life could look like if you started saying no to what doesn't align with your values. Perhaps the most inspiring aspect of the Sigma female mindset is her willingness to walk her own path. She doesn't need to follow trends or seek approval. She's not afraid to stand alone if it means staying true to herself. This doesn't mean Sigma females isolate themselves or reject connection. On the contrary, they often have deep, meaningful relationships. But these relationships are built on authenticity and mutual respect, not on a need for validation. In 2025, walking your own path will be more important than ever. The world will continue to present countless options and opportunities. but not all of them will be right for you. Embracing the Sigma mindset means having the courage to choose the path that feels most aligned with your values and vision, even if it's different from what others expect. This might mean pursuing a career that aligns with your passions, even if it's unconventional. It might mean prioritizing your mental health over societal expectations. It might mean living a quieter, simpler life that feels fulfilling to you, even if it doesn't look impressive to others. 2025 is a year of possibility, a chance to break free from the patterns and pressures that have held you back. It's a year to embrace your independence, cultivate your inner strength, and step into the identity of a Sigma female. The world is evolving, and it's ready for women who are self-reliant, adaptable, and emotionally intelligent. By embracing the Sigma mindset, you're not just preparing yourself for the future, you're creating a life that feels authentic, meaningful, and empowering. So, ask yourself, what would it feel like to step into this identity? To let go of the need for approval, to focus on what truly matters, and to walk your own path with confidence. This is your time. 2025 is your year. Let the journey begin. When you decide to step into the identity of a Sigma female, you're making a bold, life-changing choice. You're choosing not just to survive the pressures and challenges of life, but to truly thrive in a way that feels authentic, empowering, and deeply fulfilling. Becoming a Sigma female isn't about isolating yourself or rejecting relationships. It's about creating a life that is aligned with your values, priorities, and sense of purpose. It's about embracing your independence while still fostering deep, meaningful connections with others. It's about prioritizing your personal growth and letting go of anything that no longer serves you. Let's explore how these elements come together to create a thriving, empowered life as a Sigma female. One of the core traits of a Sigma female is her independence. This isn't just about financial or physical independence. It's about cultivating a mindset that allows you to stand strong in who you are, regardless of external circumstances. When you embrace independence, you're not relying on others for validation, direction, or happiness. Instead, you're finding those things within yourself. You're learning to trust your instincts, make your own decisions, and take responsibility for your choices. This kind of independence is incredibly freeing. It means you don't have to wait for someone else to give you permission to pursue your dreams. You don't have to conform to other people's expectations or follow a path that doesn't feel right for you. You're in control of your life, and that's a powerful place to be. But independence doesn't mean you have to do everything alone. In fact, Sigma females often have a strong support system. They just approach relationships differently. Sigma females aren't interested in surface-level connections. They value authenticity and depth in their relationships, whether it's with friends, family, or romantic partners. This means that as a Sigma female, you're not looking for relationships that are transactional or based on convenience. You're seeking connections that are built on mutual respect, understanding, and shared values. You want to surround yourself with people who truly see you, appreciate you, and support your journey. Creating these kinds of relationships requires intentionality. It means being selective about who you let into your inner circle and being willing to let go of relationships that feel draining or toxic. It also means being honest and vulnerable, sharing your true self with others, rather than trying to fit into a role or mask your feelings. The beauty of meaningful relationships is that they don't require constant attention or validation. As a Sigma female, you're able to maintain your independence while still being deeply connected to the people who matter most to you. Imagine what it would feel like to have a circle of relationships where you feel completely safe to be yourself. To know that you're loved and valued for who you are, not for what you can do for someone else. That's the kind of connection Sigma females prioritize, And it's one of the reasons they're able to thrive. Thriving as a Sigma female also means committing to your own growth and development. This is about more than just achieving goals. It's about becoming the best version of yourself, inside and out. Personal growth looks different for everyone, but it often involves learning new skills that excite you or advance your career, exploring your passions and hobbies, whether it's art, fitness, travel, or something else entirely, investing in your mental and emotional health through practices like journaling, therapy, or meditation, challenging yourself to step outside your comfort zone and take risks that align with your dreams. One of the most transformative aspects of becoming a Sigma female is learning to let go of toxic influences. These can take many forms: unhealthy relationships, negative self-talk, societal pressures, or environments that drain your energy. Letting go isn't always easy. It can be uncomfortable to set boundaries, say no, or walk away from situations that feel familiar. But it's also one of the most powerful ways to reclaim your energy and focus on what truly matters. When you let go of toxic influences, you're making space for the things that uplift and inspire you. You're creating room for positive relationships, opportunities, and experiences that align with your values. For example, a Sigma female might decide to distance herself from a friendship that feels one-sided or draining. She might choose to leave a job that doesn't align with her goals or values, or she might take a break from social media if it's causing her to compare herself to others. These decisions aren't about being selfish. They're about self-preservation. By protecting her energy and prioritizing her well-being, a Sigma female is able to show up fully for the things and people that truly matter to her. When you give yourself permission to live on your terms, you're choosing to honor your own needs, desires, and dreams. This isn't just about feeling good. It's about creating a life that reflects who you truly are. You'll find that living authentically brings a sense of peace and fulfillment that can't be achieved by trying to fit into someone else's mold. You'll feel more confident in your decisions, more connected to your passions, and more empowered to face challenges. And most importantly, you'll discover that you don't need permission from anyone else to live a meaningful, joyful life. At the end of the day, the only permission you need to live authentically is your own. You don't have to wait for someone else to tell you it's okay to pursue your dreams, set boundaries, or follow a different path. So ask yourself, what would it look like to give yourself permission to live life on your terms? What's one step you can take today to move closer to the life you truly want? You have the power to create a life that feels fulfilling, meaningful, and uniquely yours. It all starts with giving yourself permission and knowing that your permission is enough. Let's recap what we've talked about. Sigma females aren't just a trend, they're a movement. They're women who defy expectations, who focus on their inner growth, and who carve out their own unique paths in life. 2025 is the year to let go of what's holding you back and step into this identity. It's the year to redefine success on your terms, to create space for what truly matters, and to build a life you're proud of. And here's my challenge for you. Take one step today. Maybe it's setting a boundary, starting a journal, or even just acknowledging that you deserve more. Tell me in the comments, what's your next step? And if this video resonated with you, be sure to check out my channel for more content that inspires and uplifts. Remember, you don't have to be loud to make an impact. You don't have to fit in to belong. And you don't have to wait to start living the life you deserve. Thank you for being here, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.